that over 8 million iPads are sold to educators each year to incorporate into their classroom. Most of us come from a generation where the extent of our technology in school is playing Oregon Trail on those old computers with the green screen. Things have really come a long way since then. Now, we're using technology as a tool to give students more control in the success of their own educational career. The topic of incorporating technology in education has been of much debate on whether or not the benefits are truly effective and if it's worth using the school's budget, time, and extra resources. The first thing that I would like to talk about is the different ways that educators are using technology in the classroom. In addition to smart boards, iPads and laptops are in the fingertips of students every day. The most common ways that they're currently being used are for lesson plans, homework, reading, and accessing the most updated textbooks. According to Apple.com's educational page, there are currently over 80,000 educational applications created for teachers to use to incorporate into their lesson plans, but also for students to use to utilize and enhance their better understanding of certain topics. Teachers are using these devices in a more dynamic approach to teach the lessons, allowing students to be more hands-on with the material. Not only is this giving them a better understanding of what they're learning, but it's also giving the teachers a way to teach the information in a more effective way. The next thing I would like to share is how using technology can keep students more engaged in the classroom. Keeping the attention of students in the classroom is a challenge that most educators face on a daily basis. According to the results of Gallup's 2013 State of America's School Research Study, it shows that only 55% of students are actively engaged in the classroom, leaving 29% as not engaged and 17% as actively disengaged. These statistics are alarming, and schools are paying attention. Teachers are now using technology to create a more interesting, interactive, and relevant lesson plan. The concept of using technology as more of a hands-on approach are allowing students to be more creative in the learning process, and they're also able to customize the way that they're learning the information, which is really just a different approach, so it benefits all different types of learners. Now that you're aware of how teachers are incorporating technology in education and how it's affecting students directly, let's talk about how these devices can help schools financially as well. Budgets is an area that most school districts have to deal with all the time. They're cutting from one area to balance out another, leaving most schools using outdated material because of the cost that they're cutting. According to a 2012 report from the Federal Communication Commission, school districts spend more than $8 billion on textbooks each year. And also another article on tablets.textbook.procon.org stated that using these electronic books on the devices results in an overall savings of $250 to $1,000 per student per year, also giving them the most updated information as possible. With the current paperless incentive on the rise, using electronics is really helping save in paper as well. School districts are saving thousands of unnecessary copies and printing and wasting materials. After reviewing the Office of Educational Technology's breakdown of average costs, the average school spends roughly $3,000 to $4,000 per month on paper, toner, and ink, which certainly can add up throughout the year. We've covered quite a few benefits of using technology in the classroom. Let's recap our main points. Although there are many different ways to incorporate technology in education, the benefits not only impact the students directly, but it also has a positive result on the school's budget as well. With using these new devices, we're really giving the student more power and control over their own educational career. My hope is that you've all learned something today about how this new approach can impact students and schools in a positive way.